We've got Coach Mace here. Coach, obviously we don't watch the film right off the bat. Just give us your impression of what transpired today. Where were some of the reasons that you took this L?
Yeah, it's the sad thing is I feel like it was very similar to last week. We didn't win the turnover battle, and penalties. They cost us in different ways this week. That's I think 2 touchdowns taken off the board, turnover that we could have got taken off the board due to penalties. Those are huge game-changing and momentum plays for us. Unfortunate timing for us in those 3 plays that just comes to mind.
Yeah, a case of essentially shooting yourself in the foot then.
No doubt.
Yeah. Coach, when you put 2, like you just said, right, similar to last game, you come out here. This is a very good BC team that's starting to build. How do you right the ship, right? Like there's not a reason to panic, but just in your mind, how do you just get those 2 or 3 things that you'd like to see happen, like focused in and ready for Toronto who comes into town?
Yeah, I mean, talking about it ain't going to do, we talk about it all the time. We just got to apply it, maybe, throughout the week of practice. I'm probably going to have to be a little bit more stern on, potential penalties or anything like that. There's going to be different ways, and if something happens back to back, to me that's the head coach's fault.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I got to go take a peek at what I have to do to get these guys to understand that we can't have that right now. We're not. I don't think we're a team that right now that can shoot ourselves in the foot multiple times a game and expect to win. And truthfully, I don't know that there's any team in the league that can do that.
Coach, talk about some of the things though that you would like to see continue to move forward. Were there any moments where you're like, okay, we can work with this?
Yeah, I thought early in the first, or really in the first half, I thought our offense, we were moving the ball really well, man. And we just had some costly turnovers, the interception, and then, we fumble towards the end of the half there. Man, it's just, I think we're doing a good job offensively. We just got to protect the football. And then, defensively, I thought early, same thing, man. We had those guys, I think at 13 points at halftime. We were getting some pressure on the quarterback, but our tackling was not to standard today. We just, we got to be better. Our special teams, I thought, played their tails off all night. Again, another touchdown that we could have had on special teams that ultimately we're not going to get to celebrate that. So. Hey, still a lot of ball left, like we say, but we gotta get our stuff together.
You're a terrific player in the West. You cut your teeth coaching in the West. You're now winning a Grey Cup championship in the West. You're starting to see all those teams get a little bit convoluted now. Talk about what are the things that help you navigate through a convoluted and a competitive division to eventually come out on the other side of this.
Yeah, I mean, this is the West for as long as I've known it, man. Case in point, the team we just played, people were ready to write those guys off how they started the season. Now they're right back in the mix. We're still sitting in a situation where the pluses outweigh the minuses as far as what our record looks like. But, it's not about that. It's going to be a tight race probably to the very freaking end in the West. It usually is. We just got to make sure we just got to stay focused on how in the hell can we fix the things that we need to get better at so we can be in that conversation when it matters.
You saw Sam down a little bit, jump back up, finish the game. Mm-hmm. Did you get through this game at least uninjured?
Yeah, I will see. I talked to Sammy, man. He said everything's good, but ultimately you never know until you hear from the docs.
All right, back to it. Appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you. 4 catches, 85 yards, a touchdown. Obviously, a disappointing loss. Just give me your initial reflections of what transpired here today.
It just kind of feels like we left a lot of plays on the field. It feels like we kind of just shot ourselves in the foot. We score a touchdown, we get a hands to the face call. We do a bunch of stuff just in special teams and on defense, and we get plays, and then we just kind of just stop ourselves. So it just kind of seems like it was like self-inflicted wounds. You've
been here before now, though, right? And you've seen some of this go on as a more veteran receiver now. Talk about how you get from taking 2 really tough losses on the road to getting on the other side of it and going to playing Toronto at home.
Obviously, yes, like you said, we've been here before, and we're going to rely on the 13th man once we get back home. Obviously, it hasn't really sledded out the way that we wanted to, but we just got to kind of rely on each other and lean on each other and, we'll be able to figure it out.
You've been really consistent this year, man. It's been really nice actually watching you play, and you've got a couple touchdowns now. Just talk about some of the things that have made you a success.
I'm just playing my role. I understand what the offense expects out of me, and then just whenever the ball comes my way, just take my opportunity and just take it. Honestly, just go forward, and that's kind of been like the big thing that I've been talking to one of my like Keyshawn and stuff about. Just just taking the opportunity as it comes.
Talk about the touchdown.
I knew it was going to happen. I kind of saw how the corner was playing it. He was kind of just squatting. I knew that he was going to take the out route by Keyshawn there, and I saw the half was playing really far inside, so I knew that Trev was going to put it up for me. So, and then I seen him coming in hot, so I just did a little back step and just walked into the end zone.
Did you give Trevor a look? Like, does Trevor ever, like, when you see something like that transpiring, like, oh, man, we got him. Is there any way you can communicate with Trev when he's over there being like, hey, man, like, this is it, right?
No, we don't. Not like that, but, I mean, Trev's really smart. Trev knows how to get the ball around to different people and stuff like that. So Trev is honestly the best person to throw that little hole shot. So I just knew the ball was coming up.
Yeah, and now you just got to stay consistent. Talk about, again, you got Toronto, and you're starting to see, especially in the West, right? Like, everybody's kind of getting a little bit closer. What makes a team that's won a championship, what gives you the advantage over all these teams that are now playing, and especially as we approach Labor Day?
Just we have the belief in each other. We know that we did it last year. Obviously, we don't talk about it very often, but yes, we lost a couple pieces, but we retained most of our team. So just kind of, like I said, just relying on each other and just leaning on each other, and we know that this wasn't our best showing, and it was still a close game, honestly. Yeah. So we come back next week, all firing and stuff like that, take advantage of the opportunities that we get, and we should win.
Last question. I know your family's here. How do you self-scout yourself in a situation like this where you say, okay, I got a few balls, I got a touchdown, but we took a loss? Like, what goes into the self-scouting for you?
I mean, it's more than just the 4 catches that I had. Obviously, off the top of my head, I don't know how many plays we had, but there's a lot of plays in between there. So just making sure that, I'm doing the little nuanced things in my routes and blocking and stuff like that. So I'm a pretty strong critique of myself. So going back, I mean, cool, got the 4 catches, 85 yards, but maybe if I did something a little bit differently, we could have won the game.
Right. All right, man. Well, thank you. Get to your family. Appreciate you spending some time with us, man. All right, man. Yeah, we've got Derick, and while we were waiting for the commercial break, we were just sort of talking about, his journey throughout the NFL, spending 4 years there, the UFL, and now in the Canadian Football League. You've been in the locker room now for a couple weeks. Talk about how you're getting acclimated, and more importantly, just give us some reflections on the game today.
Oh yeah, man, it's been a long journey, but since I've been here, I've just been getting close to my teammates, getting close to the playbook. So first couple games, kind of just learning the game, and then as you get comfortable with practice and learning more film, he's kind of okay, I understand the game now. Now I can stop playing slow and start playing fast.
Well, that's what we saw. We were talking about that as too, is right. When you see the slow play, the down block by the, a lot of the younger new players in this league, they start straight off, right? Because in college and stuff, you're going down the line and making the backside tackle. But so, do you feel like you're getting a little bit more comfortable now?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot more comfortable, especially what you're saying, when the tackle goes down block, I done played college ball US, for a couple of years in the league in a couple of years, but I done seen a lot of offenses run the same stuff. So it's just basic, just fundamentals of shuffle down, read the quarterback, okay, shoot, go ahead and go.
Well, you talk about too is starting to play fast, right? And when they announced that they signed you, one of the things that popped out right away to everybody was like, "Hey, this is a pass rusher."
Right.
You know what I mean? So talk about, are there some nuances that you're still getting used to in the league here? Did it take you a little bit longer to adjust? For instance, when you went to the UFL, talk about that.
Yeah, so I would say that yard up the ball for sure. It took me a couple of days to kind of get the motion and get the timing of it, because in the down south, you can get as close to the ball as possible. So it's that yard on the ball is you're going to be an extra yard or two until you kind of make contact. So it's got to do a couple more steps. But it took me a couple of days to get that down there. I was like, okay, rolling. Now I just need to learn the playbook. Now I can know what I need to do and play fast.
Yeah, so you feel like you're catching on to the playbook. Now, what parts as a defensive lineman, as an athletic guy, what parts of the playbook do you really like here in Saskatchewan?
This playbook is a lot of packages, especially for the pass rusher. And then on D-line, the DN, he plays linebacker too in some places. That's one thing I like, and that's one thing I've been picking up too. I used to play linebacker back in the day, way back in the day. So it's kind of just playing ball out here. You come into a defensive front that's really deep. You got your starting four. Now you're a part of the starting four, but you got Evans, you got Ali Saad, you got you really go 8 deep. When I was playing, you didn't go 8 deep. You probably went about 5 or 6 deep. Talk about some of the advantages that you feel like. Are you guys keeping fresh? Do you guys have a great rotation? Are you on the same page? Yeah, I would say we try to keep fresh, especially just like you said. When you play, you only got like 6-7 people. Boom. Especially like when I play down south, there's only one backup for 2 DNs. So up here, they keep a good job keeping us rolling, keeping us fresh, man.
Talk about what you think it's going to take. Again, you're a new player. You know, you come in on back-to-back losses, right? Just talk about the energy on the team, how you guys look forward to the next week. Anyways.
Man, I just really say, man, for everybody who's been watching the game, you kind of say, like, we've been killing ourselves since I've been here. A lot of penalties, like today, I think we had probably like 10 penalties, a couple turnovers, like really just shooting ourselves in the foot. Instead of like what Coach said, we need to play up instead of trying to play catch up, you know what I'm saying? So we just got to get back to fundamentals and get back to just playing basic football. We'll be all right.
For Derick Roberson, when you talk about having to play up, what is that in your book? What do you want to change? Is there anything that you want to change, or do you just want to keep building?
I mean, I just try to take it one day at a time, but like you said, man, I'm just trying to get faster and get played. Okay, now I know what I need to do is go play fast and just adjust to like what they got in the game. Just not playing hesitant, man.
You're getting better and better, man. You stuck out as soon as you got to the roster in Edmonton to us, man. So it's nice to see you building. Thanks for spending some time with us, man. Appreciate you.